Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create the Peculiarity bracelet. This was created by Sean and his Instagram handle is pastry_loomy. I'm going to link it in the box below and also right here. Feel free to go check his page out and see all of his awesome renditions. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Sean. He's been a very long time supporter. I'm very honored to be doing this tutorial for him today and I'm really excited. So this is a very easy hook only bracelet. If you have an auto loom, it can make things a little faster for the very first part, but a double-ended hook is definitely recommended for this. So you will need a total of 237 bands depending on your wrist size. You will need 31 of the middle white, 58 of the white on the side, 45 of the peachy pink, 45 of this greenish teal, and 58 of the purple on the side. Also make sure you do have one C-clip. So let's get our supplies together and we can get started. So we're going to start by grabbing our double-ended hook, or like I mentioned, an auto loom works great. And the first thing we're going to do is make a single chain, which is going to be what runs up the center. So I'm just going to grab some white here. And we're going to twist the first one on, creating our cat band. And then we're just going to keep pulling one band through. And then reconnecting the other end. Do that again. You're just pulling it through the entire band that's on your hook and reconnecting the other side. And we're going to do that until we have 31 chains. And that does include the cat band as well. So just keep pulling one through just like that. I'm only just going to do a small little piece for an example. But once you have 31, you're just going to go ahead and C-clip the top. And then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Alrighty, so I have this little piece done. I did C-clip the top of mine. We're going to come to the bottom of the bracelet with our hook, and we need to put it through the entire cat band at the bottom like that. This is an easy design, but it might be a little strange for some if you've never done it. As we're like pulling bands through, we will have to pick this up, and we're going to be going through the side of the bracelet into the chain. So I'll show you what I mean in a second, but that would probably be the only maybe odd part for some. But the colors we're going to choose now are the peachy pink and this pastel teal. So I like to alternate two colors. You can use one if you'd like, or even more. But we're going to pull this first one through the entire cat band. And then you need to pick your bracelet up and coming from the side of the bracelet, put your hook through the entire length right above the cat band and then attach the other end of that pink color. We're going to grab another one of that same color. You can just let your bracelet fall to the back. And we're going to pull this through just the first band. And then reattach the other end. Slide it down. Turn it around. And I like to flip this little tail to the back side just so it's out of my way. And we're going to do the same thing to this side. Pulling it through the first band. And reattach. So now I'm going to switch to my second color. And this time we do need to pull it through 5 bands. But after we pull it through the 5, we do need to go through this link right here again. So pull it through 5. Pick up your bracelet and put your hook through the side of the link right above it. But also make sure you pick up the very outside band and then attach the green you're pulling through. We want that green to sit in the middle. As you can see, it kind of wants to do it on its own. But if it didn't, make sure that you center it. We're going to stick with that same color because we do pull three of the color for each section. So we're going to pull this through the first 2 and then close it off. Slide it down, turn it around, get that bracelet out of the way. And we're going to pull this through the first 2 just like we did on the other side. And close it off. So I'm going to start that all over again, but going back to my first color. We're going to pull it through the first 5. Pick up your bracelet and go through the link right above it. Pick up the outside band and close off the one you're pulling through. Pull it to the center if it doesn't do it on its own. Grab another one of that color. We're going to pull it through the first two. Close it off. And we need to repeat down on this side, so we'll turn it around. And we will pull it through two on this side. So we're going to keep alternating that. And we will keep doing this same process, pulling it through 5, picking up your bracelet and going through the link right above it. Pick up the outside band. And don't lose your green like I am losing mine. There we go. And put it in the center like so. Now we will add our side band, pulling it through 2. Repeat on this side. So I am going to show you that 2 more times, and then I'll let you guys get that part finished. I'm going to pull it through 5. Pick up my bracelet and go through the link above it. Don't forget to pick up the outside band and then attach the one you're pulling through. Pull through one of your side bands and pull that just through the first 2. Repeat on the other side. And switch your color. So this is the last time that I would do this. I actually fell, believe it or not, going up the steps the other day, not even going down them, going up them, and I crushed my wrist, which is why I didn't have a video out last Friday. I don't know how I did it, but I like crushed my wrist so bad. Even moving my thumb, texting, anything, it just hurts so bad. It actually still hurts, but it doesn't hurt bad enough to stop me now from filming. So, okay, so you guys are going to just keep repeating that same process until you get to the top. And once you get to this very last link, I'm going to come back on and show you what you're going to do there. Okay, so I just want to do this part with you guys. I'm at the top of my bracelet. You can see that I do not have my hook through the top one with the C-clip yet. I am one link below it. And what I have done is just finished adding my side bands on. So you can see that I have not pulled anything through the center band yet, the second to the last one. I just finished adding these side bands on, and now I'm ready to pull my next color through. So make sure we're at the same point where we pull our center band through. So I'm on my pastel green now. Just like we've been doing, you're going to pull it through 5. We're going to pick up our last link with our C-clip. Just act like the C-clip isn't there. Just get your hook through there. Don't forget to, excuse me, pick up the outside band and then attach the band you're pulling through. And just like we've been doing, we're going to add our 2 side bands. Pulling it through 2. And again, I'm just ignoring the C-clip there. It is making it a little difficult. But if you need to take it off right now, you can. I usually wait until I'm done this part. But if it's in your way, go ahead and remove it. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove my C-clip. And this is what it looks like. So we're just going to grab one more of your center color band, which is white for me. And we're going to pull this through everything on our hook. Bring both ends together. And we're going to temporarily C-clip this. We will have to open this up several times as we're making the bracelet. So that's why I say temporary. So I like to just slide my finger in here and C-clip it on. So we're going to go ahead and add on our first set of border right now. You could certainly leave it like this if you wanted to, but this is what it will look like if you just do the one border. It's that clear band right there. On this little piece, it is the purple. So I'm going to grab purple right now. It doesn't matter which side you start on. We're going to come down here to the bottom of the bracelet. We're going to be working on the side over here. And we're going to come up to the second chain right here. And we actually have to go through that chain because we're going to be grabbing these 2 bands. But again, we have to grab it from inside this link. So go through that second link on the side and pick up those 2 bands and then pull it like that. And I like to kind of lay my bracelet down, and we're going to pull a purple through. So I'm going to pull this purple through those 2 bands that I pulled through and reattach. So that's what it looks like. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to, like, say the green is on top or the pink is on top, because as it starts growing out, it kind of fixes itself. So we're going to come up to the link right above it, go through that hole or the side of it, and once again, we're going to pick up those 2 bands, pull it out, grab your next purple. We're going to pull this through everything on our hook, so all 4 bands, and close it off. You will notice as we start to do this, your bracelet will start to curl up, but once we do the other side, it will straighten out. So we're just going to come up to the link above it, go inside that opening, grab those 2 bands, pull your next purple through, and pull it through everything on your hook. We're just going to keep going through the chain and grabbing those 2 bands. Sometimes it can be a little fiddly. So we're going to keep adding this border on all the way up the bracelet. This is the last 2 bands that you will be grabbing, but I will show you that when I get there. Okay, so I am at the top. You can see I have 1 link left to go through. So here's my C-clip here. If you look right under it, that's the last bands that I need to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that on camera. I'm going to pull my purple through. And now we need to open the C-clip up because we need to pull the right side of that center white band through these 2 to hold it and secure it. So if I open it up and only remove the right side, I always end up losing it. I've tried it multiple times. So the safest bet for me is to put my hook through the entire center white band like that my C-clip is on. Then I take the whole C-clip off. Now you could certainly do it your own way. This is just what I found to be the easiest. Once I have it open like that, I remove the left band and I hold it tightly. And then I pull that first white band that's now on there and I just pull it through the 2 purples. And that green popping over doesn't matter. It does it every time. And then quickly get both ends back together and it will sit like that. Now I will go ahead and get that C-clip back on. And now we need to come back to the beginning and we need to do the same exact thing to the left side. So I do turn it so that it's on the right side, but just to get you guys started, come down to the bottom of your bracelet. This is link 1. This is link 2. You're going to go into the link 2, and that is the first 2 bands that you will be grabbing right there. You'll pull your purple through. And then you will continue going through, grabbing your 2 links and pulling a purple through. So continue doing that until you get to the top. And then I will do the very last one on camera with you guys. As you can see, I'm near the top of my bracelet. I have 1 link left to go through right here, that green one. So I'm going to go through that side band, pick up those 2. It's my last one on this side. I'm going to pull my last purple through. And now just like we did on the other side, we have to open the C-clip up because we need to pull the right side of that white band through these to secure it. It's going to be even tighter this time, so I do recommend doing it the same way we did on the other side, getting that whole chain on your hook, removing your C-clip. We're going to take off the left part of that white band and hold it very carefully. Pull the white through the bands on your hook and then bring both ends together. You can worry about fixing like the middle part later because it's gonna kind of get smushed in there. But we're gonna go ahead and grab our C-clip and get this secured back on. So now we have border 1 completed, and you can certainly leave it just like this if you wish. But now we're going to add the last border on, which is going to be the black on this one here. And it is the white on this one here. This piece is so small you can't even tell what is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my white. And we are going to be working from the side of our bracelet. And I will say, this part for me felt tricky. I've never done it like this before. And I think it's just the way that we have to hold the bracelet. But what we're going to be doing is going through the purple bands to pull this last border through. So locate your first chain down at the very bottom of the bracelet. So my first chain is this purple one right here. And you're just going to put your hook through the entire chain just like that. We're going to pull this white band through. But before we close off the other side, we have to pick the bracelet up and go through the chain right above it. So through that purple and the next one in line, and then close off the white. So it's basically like the same type of process we did in the beginning where we had to keep picking up our bracelet, but now we have to do it on the side. And because the bracelet is wide, it's just kind of weird. It feels weird to me. I don't know if it will for you guys, but hopefully it's not that it's hard, it's just different. Okay, so we're going to pull our next one through, and we're going to pull it through everything on our hook. So there's 4 bands on there right now. Pull it through all 4. And then you have to bring your hook up into the next purple chain, and then attach the other end of the white. Grab your next one. Pull it through everything on your hook. Bring your hook up to the chain above it, and attach. And we're going to keep doing this all the way up the bracelet. So I'm at the top of my bracelet. I only have one purple link left up here. You can see that my hook is through the second to last one. This is my last one here. So we're going to pull this white through everything on our hook. Put our hook to the last purple link up here. Like so. And we will pull one more white one through this top one. Bring both ends together. There will only be 2 bands on your hook at the top. And once again, we have to pull the center band. It's getting tight in there, but we have to pull one side of the center white band through the bands that are on our hook. So it is going to get tighter and tighter, so you do want to do this carefully. Once again, I'm going to put my hook through the entire center band like so. I'm going to remove the C-clip. Hold on to this left band very carefully. Then you're going to pull this side through both of the bands over there. Bring both ends together. And let's get that C-clipped again. Carefully, not losing anything. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Just to get you started, you're going to come down, locate your first purple link here. Put your hook through the entire chain. And you will start pulling your border through just like we did on the other side. Pick up your bracelet, put it through the link above it, and continue. So I'm going to get this side done really quickly, and I will meet you guys back here. So I just want to hop back on. I'm at the very last link at the top. I already put my hook through that last link. So don't forget, you do need to pull one more white band through that last one. And then you'll bring both ends together like that. And then for the last time, we need to open up the middle chain again. One last time. Remove that C-clip. Hold on to the left side and pull the right side through the remaining bands on your hook. Bring both ends together and we will C-clip this one last time. If you are nervous about how many bands are on there, you can pull one more single chain band through that middle and then C-clip it. That is completely up to you. We'll do one last C-clip like that. And one thing I do want to point out is because of the tension being pulled and we're working on different sides, see how on the right side it's probably going to be more noticeable in person, but this chain is much more flatter on this side and then this is raised right here. Whereas on the left side, it's actually not like that. It's like that on the back side. So to correct that, I noticed if you just go through, actually, you would want to flip it over on this side and pull the bands like this. The white bands are the ones I'm pulling. It will pull it tight on the opposite side so that they look symmetrical. Like that. And that is it. That is how you create the Peculiarity bracelet, created by Sean on Instagram. He also goes by pastry_loomy, so don't forget to go on Instagram and check his page out. A big thank you for letting me do this tutorial today, Sean. I greatly appreciate it. Also, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below if this video was helpful, and don't forget to tag us so we can see your renditions. That will be it for today, you guys. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye!